Everybody, it's Rav Dani here in Yerushalayim, in a place that is so dear to all of us, a place where we spend so much of our time growing at MMY in such a holy city. And it's from here that I continue to learn Torah with you guys, here to give you a little Chizzuk as you begin your new semester, as you begin your new school year. And I wanted to give us all a little bit of Chizzuk. We just finished an amazing time of the year. Rosh Hashanah, Yom Kippur, starting with Elul, continuing with Sukkot, and Zman Simchaseinu, Shmini Atzeres, Hoshana Rabbah, all the good things. And now we find ourselves in a month called Cheshvan, Mar Cheshvan. And it's a bitter month. It's a month that's bitter because there are no Yamim Tovim. It's a month that goes from this tremendous high, this tremendous climax of Simcha, of closeness with the Kadosh Baruch Hu, and to seemingly a month that's distance from Hashem, that there are no Yamim Tovim, there is no Simcha. So why is it that the months work out like that? Why is it that we find ourselves in Mar Cheshvan after we had this tremendous high in our spirituality? And I want to suggest an answer based off of a Likutei Halachos in this past week's parsha. Rav Nachman tells us, Bereshis bara Elokim, that Kadosh Baruch Hu created the world. Sofei Tevos Emes. If you take the last letters of Bereshis bara Elokim, it spells out the word emes. And why is that significant? Why is it that the world was created, that when the creation of the world is emphasized with this word emes? So Rabbi Nachman explains that the entire reason the world was created was to pursue this concept of emes, of truth. That Kadosh Baruch Hu, his signon, his signet, what defines Hashem, his characteristic of Hashem is emes, is truth. And the job of a Jew in this world, says Rabbi Nachman, is that every second of our lives, in every situation we find ourselves in, we need to be pursuing truth. We need to be finding HaKadosh Baruch Hu in every single situation. He says a beautiful line, that throughout our entire day, there can't be one point of our day that's devoid of God. And I think this is such an amazing lesson. That Rabbi Nachman is telling us that there's no time in our lives that we live without Hashem. What that means is, it doesn't matter if we're sitting in Yerushalayim, in MMY, in a Beit Midrash, or if we find ourselves in Stern, or wherever we may find ourselves, whether it's in a classroom, whether it's in an internship, whether it's in a lab, it doesn't matter. Wherever you are, you're doing the same thing. You are revealing HaKadosh Baruch Hu into this world. And that's such a powerful message that all of us need to take with us as we go into this next stage of the year, the stage of where we find ourselves in school, this stage of where we're no longer in Elul, we're no longer in Tishrei, we're not sitting in a sukkah, we're not shaking a lulav and esrog, but we're sitting in our daily lives that sometimes are mar, they're bitter, and there are no Yamim Tovim, and it looks like God's not there. But what this month tells us, this month that has no Yamim Tovim, and it's dafka in this moment, in this month, where we can find God. That in the place of bitterness, in the place where it looks like it's devoid of God, it's there that we can find emes. It's there that we can bring God into this world. And Rabbi Nachman says another unbelievable yesod. That what I'm supposed to be doing now is not necessarily the same thing that my friend is doing. And what my friend is doing is not similar to what I'm supposed to be doing. Because all of us have a unique avodah. We don't all live in the same exact situations in life. We find ourselves in different circumstances. Some of us are in different semesters. Some of us are in different years of our education. And some of us are going through different things, challenges that other people are not going through. And I think as we begin this year and as we look for Hashem, it has to be unique to us. Don't look to other people. We can get inspiration from other people. But what our MS is and what we're supposed to be pursuing is special and unique to us. And I think we have to stop and ask ourselves before we begin Mar Cheshvan, before we begin this new semester, and ask ourselves, what is my unique avodah for this semester? What am I supposed to be gaining? How am I supposed to bring Hashem into this world? What can I do to bring more light into this world? And I would like to conclude with one last point that Rabbi Nachman makes. Rabbi Nachman says that the world was created in choshech, in darkness. And Rabbi Nachman said it's very significant The reason the world is created in darkness is to teach us that in order to get to light, we need to go through darkness. We have to go through struggle and challenges. And that's what builds a person. That's what makes a person close to HaKadosh Baruch Hu. And I think as we enter into this into this darkness, the days start to get darker and shorter. At this moment, when sometimes we could say, Hashem, why are you giving me this challenge? Why are you giving me this confusion? This time of life is it's a struggle to figure out what we're supposed to be doing, how we're supposed to be doing, how do we serve Hashem? What's my tafkin in this world? And when you go through those struggles, realize at that moment that HaKadosh Baruch Hu is holding your hand. Realize that HaKadosh Baruch Hu is taking you through this darkness, through this confusion, through this struggle, to make you a stronger person, to make you a better Eved Hashem, to make you someone who is stronger and brings the Rebbeinu Shalom into this world. My bracha to all of us is that we bring or into this world, that we bring light into this world, that through the darkness we can illuminate HaKadosh Baruch Hu. And Amir Hashem, when we bring our little light into this world, wherever we may be, that HaKadosh Baruch Hu will bring His ultimate light of our Chadash Al Tzion Tayir, that He'll bring that light back to Yerushalayim in the Binyan Beis Hamikdash. B'mheira v'yameinu, amen v'yamein. Everybody keep on smiling, keep on doing your thing. We miss you over here, and we look forward to seeing you back here very, very shortly. Atzlacha Rabbah.